Caleb Serong will be a Docker for life. The midfield star signing on for 7 more years.
Caleb Serong has shown enormous faith in Fremantle, recommitting to the club until the end of 2034.
Caleb Serong says it was an easy decision to turn his back on free agency, signing a monster deal until 2034.
Fremantle now with 13 players on deals of 4 years or longer, including Hayden Young, Luke Jackson, Andy Brayshaw, Shea Bolton, Josh Tracy and Serong.
The 3-time All-Australian is now the joint longest contracted player in the AFL.
What is it like to sign a mega contract in the AFL? Caleb Serong, 2034. Last week, the midfield star became a Docker for life, putting pen to paper on a 7-year contract extension. To be completely honest, this episode 4 of The Build, was one we hadn't planned when Caleb and I sat down late last year to set out this podcast series. However, as the weeks went on and pre-season got underway, one thing I didn't know was that Caleb had secretly been stashing away voice memos across the entire Christmas period in the hope that this exciting news would be announced sometime soon. Some of the things discussed in this one include details we never really get to hear AFL players talk about. What is the process actually like when it comes to signing a new deal? What comes into the decision? Who did Caleb tell first before it was revealed? And why Luke Ryan stole Caleb Serong's thunder when the news broke. So let's do it. Here's episode 4 of The Build, presented by Bank West, where we join Caleb in the car at the very start of the contract process.
Morning, Brett. Just thought I'd kind of go out on a limb here and give a little bit of detail about something that hopefully, not sure whether it'll make an app. Hopefully, if all goes to plan, we'll be able to make an episode out of it and we can kind of chat about some of the things along the way. But currently in talks with the club about further signing on my contract that I've already got for this year and next year, and committing longer term to the footy club, which is really exciting. But the process is different. It's, I don't know, there's a lot of back and forth, so you're not really sure where it sits until it fully gets done. So hopefully, like I said, throughout this pre-season we can get it done and we can chat about it and we can put it into a podcast, an episode. But the reason I thought it might be interesting is because I guess not really many people talk about the actual process and what happens, and obviously I'll leave some details out, but I'm keen to kind of just unpack my process. Everyone's a little bit different, but what we went through to kind of come to the decision with Chloe and I, and then also how the process was with the club. So I'll give a few updates along the way and hopefully it comes to fruition and we can make something good out of it. Hey mate, currently very early Jan, not really sure the date, but we've had a couple of back and forths with the footy club just around contracts and where we're at and around the details, and it's really exciting. I feel like we're not too far off from where we both want to be, and it's really exciting, becoming a bit more of a reality now. I think over the last few weeks, just before we opened up those conversations with the club, Chloe and I first of all had to decide this is what we wanted to do. And then we had those conversations. We spoke about a lot, from anything from the right now and how much we're loving it, how incredible the football club's been to us, what we've been able to give the footy club, but more importantly what they've given us and the people involved and where we are as a football club in terms of what we've built so far and what the excitement levels are for the next few years. And that was all positives. And then you speak about some hypotheticals around the future and how long this extension, what this means for us, our family. We're both 25 now. I'm just about to turn 25, and you start talking about kids and families in the next few years, and that obviously has a direct impact on them if we sign on, and all of our families are over in Victoria. So that's a big talking point, and whether that comes into it or whether we're really comfortable with our support network here, which in the end that's where we fell. We feel like the benefits of being here with the people that we're surrounded with the environment, with our lifestyle that we live, with our roots that we've put down here, all strongly outweigh the potential downside or potential worry of being away from family when we decide to have our own family. So we understand the support we've got from them as well, which would be a lot more difficult if they were trying to pull us back home. But they're incredible support networks for us, both Chloe and my families, to understand what's best for us as people and professionals. So that's kind of where the decision kind of came down to, and then from there we're able to push forward and start the conversations. And then each time there's a back and forth with the footy club, you then just sit down with, well, this is how we've done it. We sit down with my manager, Dave Trotter, and just kind of speak about the details, speak about what it means, where we're at, whether we're happy, whether we want to have more conversation, all these little things that come into it that you don't even really think. So it's a full-on process, but at this stage we're kind of hopefully getting towards near the end. And when it gets to this point, it kind of takes a while for each player to kind of come back and forth a little bit, but we're getting there, which is exciting, mate. The week before our 4-day break, kind of last week of January, and I just thought I'd give you an update on the contract. My manager, Dave Trotter, has just flown over to Perth. He had it kind of planned anyway, but it worked out perfectly that we're kind of in the midst of contract negotiations, and he was able to bring their last offer over and present it to Chloe and I in person, which was great. See Dave from Melbourne, from Albury, so often these are over phone call and over email, but the fact that we could speak in person and do it face to face was, I really enjoyed that, and it was a lot more personable and a lot more real. So that was a great process. We were able to kind of ask all the questions we needed, and then obviously being here, he was able to have the conversations he needed to with the people at the footy club, which was great. And so I think we're very close at the moment. There might be a few things we'll have conversations about, but we're very close, and it's kind of getting to the point now where we can I think we'll be able to make an episode out of this, hopefully, because there's hopefully some exciting news coming in the next week or two. But and I think the reason why we're doing it now is, for me, I've seen the impact that it can kind of have when it's drawn out and then it goes into the year of your contract when you're coming out. So that would be next year for me. And I just really did not want it to be a distraction for me, for my family, or for the footy club. So I was very, very grateful and excited when the club was happy to start talks this far out. Just for all parties, I think it's the right move. And then and right now, in terms of before the season, I don't really want to have it dragging into the season. So the fact that we can hopefully get it done before we start playing this year is the main thing. So that's kind of where we're at, and at this point it's a little bit, you got kind of that excitement because no one really knows. We haven't told anyone. I think both of our parents know that we're talking about it, and we gave them the heads up, and kind of spoke to them about the process, but none of the boys know, none of our friends know. We're kind of keeping it pretty private at the moment, which is something that we really wanted to do. And then once it's confirmed, then I'm really excited to tell specifically Andy and Youngie. I'll keep you updated.
Bankwest is about making the big moments happen. For kids, nothing beats that heart-pounding run onto the field, and we're right there with them. From running out as a Bankwest buddy to living the dreams at Docker for a day, our partnership has helped thousands of young fans and their families turn game day into an experience they'll never forget.
Hey mate, currently on our 4-day break down Yallingup. It's Monday. It's our last kind of day down here. Head back tomorrow morning, and we've just got the final offer, which is really exciting. Like I said, we've kind of been very close, but haven't quite been able to nail it down yet. And now we're at a point where we're really happy. We're really happy. I think the club's really happy. We've had great conversations, and we're going to sleep on it tonight, and then call our manager tomorrow and make the call. So I can't really wipe the smile off my face, mate. I'm really excited, and it's something that, like I said, it's a decision that impacts our family and going forward, and just super excited to kind of, like I said, commit to the footy club. So we're nearly there. I'll touch in tomorrow when we've had the conversation. Hey Brett, just got off the phone with my manager. As I said, he's over east, so we made the phone call, and he was obviously pumped. It's an incredible amount of work that the managers do in this process to have the conversations they need, whether it's beforehand, whether it's during, some tough conversations along the way, but I can honestly say there wasn't too many tough conversations. We had a great understanding between the club and ourselves that where we both sat. I'm super grateful for the way the club handled it and how easy they were to deal with. Not saying that there wasn't push back and forth, but that's all a part of it, and it's something that, like I said, is a part of the the process. But yeah, to say that I can walk out and say we had a really respectful, great dealings, I'm extremely grateful for and thankful for. So yeah, now it's a little bit of a waiting game. I'm sure I'll get some calls and texts from Joey and Wolsey and JL over the next kind of few hours, and yeah, I'm excited to speak to those guys and just let them know how excited I am to be a part of the club for a long time. But those guys are a big part of the reason why I am staying. It's because of the people like that. So yeah, plenty of thank yous, plenty of handshakes and hugs tomorrow when I see them as well. So yeah, it's great news, mate. But yeah, like I said, the next part's probably announcing it to the playing group and telling the people that are close to us. So I'll make those phone calls to mum and dad and the family tonight and let them know, which I'm sure they'll be stoked about. But then also, hopefully next week we can let all the boys know and let the club know and fans, and I'm excited about that. Just like everything is pretty exhausted, so roll out of bed, coffee and watch the Super Bowl, and then come in.
Make your way.
Yeah.
Ready? Cool. Yeah, we're ready to go, guys. Well, Caleb, as we sit here today recording, it's actually your birthday, so first of all, happy birthday, but with that you've got some very exciting news to share.
Thank you. Yes, very excited to announce that I've signed on with the club until 2034. Morning, mate. It is. What date is it? It's the 10th, because it was my birthday yesterday. It's the 10th of February, and I'm just currently on the way into the club. We got main training today, but spoke to Joey yesterday, and we're going to announce that I've signed on until 2034 today. So did an interview with the media team yesterday afternoon to get that one in the can. So we've got that to release today, but yeah, we'll announce it this afternoon after main training. So excited, a little bit nervous. Just want to make sure everyone knows how pumped I am and how grateful I am for this environment and how ready I am to give back and just continue to give back to this footy club. But I've told two guys already. I've told Andy and I've told Youngie late last week, my two closest mates at the club. It's a funny kind of story. We obviously those two have committed very long term to the footy club as well. So they've committed, I think, 2033 and 2031, the two of them. But we had conversations before any of us had signed on. Obviously, I was kind of the last one to do it, and I had the longest left in my contract. But as it was coming into the process of Andy's coming to the end of his contract and then Youngie deciding to sign on early, we had conversations around just making sure we're all in, really. And before that process started, we'd all pretty much committed to each other that we would be signing on and we would be there at this club for a long time, because we've had a few really close mates leave for different reasons, for opportunity, for decisions on where they want to live, and we're still really close to those guys, but we really wanted to make sure that us three didn't leave, and us three wanted to be here for the long haul. And so to be able to tell them that officially I'm doing that, and we're all in it for a long time together, and we're able to commit and build over our next 6, 7, 8, 9 years was something that I was really excited to do, and it definitely didn't disappoint. There was a lot of hugs, a lot of excitement. Boys were jacked up. I was really excited. So yeah, that was a moment that I'll remember forever. Just how excited they were for me was really meaningful. So hopefully there's a few more of those today, and we can kind of have a good time celebrating. But I just really want everyone to know how grateful I am for the people involved in this footy club, because that's the main reason that Chloe and I have decided to stay here is because of the people that are within the organisation. So there'll be plenty of thank yous from me today and plenty of excitement, hopefully, but I'll touch base afterwards and see how it went.
And look, you have already seen it, it was bloody exciting. Caleb's extended for 7 years. Caleb about this over the last few months, and just got married to Chloe. WA become his family. He talks about love. We talked about that in the sessions that Sturge has been running, and the passion and love that he feels for this club and this playing group, and was a big motivator. And from the start of our conversations to this group, it's really important you understand that he was committed to where the club was going and what we're invested in. It made a really easy decision for him. It was already a really easy decision for us. Stoked to have you committed to the club long term. Well done.
Hey mate, just checking back in after we've announced the contract to the playing group and I guess the wider public as well. So yeah, it went great. Aside from it getting leaked a little bit early, it went well. All the boys kind of actually found out as we're getting off the track. It was Lukey Ryan was quickly on Instagram and saw it pop up. So he was the first one to tell a few of the lads, and then it was actually a cool moment as I walked into the change rooms after training. There was about 20 guys in the change rooms, and they kind of got up and about, and there was a big round of applause and plenty of dap-ups and a few cheeky gags and stuff getting stuck into me. But it was that was a kind of great moment. And then what everyone would have seen publicly, the kind of the actual announcement with all the staff and players in the room, meant a lot. Obviously, Vossi was winding the crowd up and getting the applause going, but it was a pretty special moment afterwards to kind of, get plenty of handshakes and hugs from people that were the reason that one of the biggest reasons that I signed on was the people and those people in that room. So great moment to share, and plenty of nice texts and comments after that. So it meant a lot. It was kind of, for us, well, for me, I'm only going to do it once. Don't really think I'm going to sign another contract after this. So it was a nice moment to have once in your career, and it meant a lot. And got a few texts from different family, friends back home, and a couple of people from kind of around the league, and got a text from Zach Butters, actually, who's a good mate. He was just wishing me all the best and congratulations, so that was nice. And obviously a few of our ex-teammates, Lloyd Meek and Will Brodie, these kind of guys reached out, which is always nice. So it's been a great few days, and I'm kind of glad that it's all out in the open now and we can kind of move on, which is good.
Well, a different kind of episode, but so insightful, and thanks so much to Caleb for getting those voice memos in across the Christmas period so that he could take us on the full journey. Still plenty more to come on The Build, presented by Bank West. Here's what's on the way.
First night of Origin camp. Been a few complaints this afternoon about how tough the flight is, so just had to let them know that we do it every second week. Actually a really cool moment just to see the big V on again. Haven't worn it since I was 15. Even the girls are getting a little gift. Got a nice Mecca bundle.
Crazy Mecca bundle. Like a mega Mecca bundle.
Yeah, well, Chloe's stoked about it. Having a good chat with Noah Anderson and Matt Rao from Gold Coast. We actually put on the big V together for the first time when we were 12 years old.